Ayo, my fellows. My grandmother is sleeping, so therefore today I'm going to be maybe not as loud as in all of my other videos, even though I think that the topic I'm going to speak about requires some kind of motivational speeches, maybe. I think every topic could be spoken about with a motivation, with the energy, the power. But today, only today, exclusively, I'm going to eat this amazing protein pudding with grieskoch. I don't know how to tell that in English. And we're going to speak about the art of slowing down. Give me one moment. I'm gonna be back in a minute. Well, we are here and we are talking about why slowing down is an important part of our life. Why do we all need to slow down and what it would bring to us? Most of the people say success is such a thing that needs to be achieved, and we always hear about successes overnight and all of that stuff. Like all of these stories that I was nothing, and only after a year, I became a millionaire or something like that. But we don't talk about the guys that failed. We don't talk about the guys that through went through something before they got to be a millionaires. Like the guys that slept under a bridge, the guys that went into a crisis. Some of the guys, and that's it. So, where was I getting that thought? Success needs time. And so, therefore, I think slowing down and chilling yourself is the first and the most important part of realizing something. Before you make a decision, before you think of something, before anything, slowing down is an important part. Why is it so difficult to slow down in our society? Obviously, my dog wants to get in. One moment. I am back. My dog didn't want to get in. Anyways, why is it so difficult to concentrate also, but also to slow down in our society? Well, we live in a society where everything came to short-term, highly processed contents, where we are forced to think that the information that we are talking about is needed to be fit in some kind of some kind of let me Google it up. Some kind of framework, some kind of boundaries, some kind of resolution, limits, that we don't really have the time to evaluate some information and that we need to go on and on and on constantly. I recently heard a quote that our society makes the life feel like an elevator going downwards. So to go up, you need to get constantly faster and faster. If you go slow, then you are getting nowhere, and if you don't go, then you are then you are down. I agree with that. In our society, everything has become so fast, and I think the fastness and the multitasking, they have ruined us. They have ruined our ability to think deeply, to think properly, like to slow down and to evaluate without like being rational, being rational also. Disabilities, if you don't slow down, you crazy child. I just wanted to sing in this video also. And I think without this ability to slow down, it takes very much of our abilities. It does, the fastness, it does limit us into something, you know. I want to read a cite from Friedrich Nietzsche's book to you, which also I found pretty profound. One moment. And that is the book Friedrich Nietzsche, Why Am I So Clever? It is an amazing book. I loved almost every page of it. It is from the book Et Homo, which was the last book of Friedrich Nietzsche before his descent into madness. But I loved reading it. I really do amazingly recommend you to read it. And the site goes this way. He reacts slowly to every kind of stimulus, with that slowness which a protracted caution and a willed pride have bred in him. He tests an approaching stimulus. I had interpreted it into the decisions that we need to make fast, but it is just in our mind that we need to make them fast. It's just in our mind. I think mostly our mind just stresses us out and thinks that some of the things are needed to be done fast, even though they don't. They don't really. I think, and most of the work even doesn't need to be done fast. I love being slow. I love the slowness, you know? Of course, stress somehow makes us stronger and we are getting more stress resistant with the time. But with stress, by me, of course, maybe by you too, with stress comes certain amount of anxiety that I'm going to forget something, that I'm not going to manage it in time, that this, that. But if you slow down, you become chill. It is just big plus. Of course, you can't do that overnight. There are so many different aspects and different factors that influence it. I have spoken about it for a long time. To make yourself think positively about you, to slow down, to this, to that. I am still on my way to it, and I think I'm doing pretty well. Like, not to yes, I am amazing, I am the best. No, we all are human, and it is normal, you know. It is absolutely normal. So, but by slowing down and avoiding multitasking, concentrating only on one thing, you can achieve greatness. Your concentration and your pace. These are, I think, the crucial aspects of what of a human you are. It also brings you that kind of charisma that I didn't understand before, but I do understand now. Before that, I thought that I need to be hyper emotional and amazingly energetic so that people do like me, that I need to speak fast, that I need to formulate my thoughts fast so that people do kind of get them and do get positive emotions with my thoughts or something like that. But of course, thoughts are the way you speak your thoughts. It influences whether the people are going to memorize them or not. But I think you memorize things better when they are not fast. When they are fast, you could overhear them, and that is also the problem. If the things are thought through and talked off slowly, then the probability with which you're going to understand them, I think it goes higher, you know? And how many times was it that the teacher went through some information so fast and it wasn't even interesting? But if I would be interested, I would ask it. But I was too shy to do it. I was like, never mind, never mind. You know? Yeah. The teacher also gets this pressure to go through. Oh my gosh. Some kind of subject fastly. He needs to go through certain program of teaching so that kids know all of that. And so he stresses himself and he's like, yo, we're not through this topic, we're not through that topic. But the point is so that the children, the kids, so that they understand that topic, not so that they stress through it, but they get it, so that they get it. And I think with that also, school system is kind of fucked, I think, because yeah, I think I remember from my school maybe 20% of what I have learned. And because I don't know, some of the topics are just not interesting, some of the topics are not memorizable, and that's how it is. So I could yap a long time about why you should slow down, but I don't want to go over 15-minute mark here today. I don't know why, I'm pretty stressed. I need to go faster. I need to go walk with my dog, to walk with my dog, and then I need to help my parents. So I think it's going to be a comfortable 15-minute video here where I'm talking about this and that. I also saw another couple of videos today about social media and about caffeine, which also got me thinking. And maybe we're going to see each other with this topic in another video. Maybe with the topic of slowing down, maybe with the topic of caffeine, maybe with the topic of social media. Nobody does know. And with that, I wish you a pleasant, wonderful day. Bless you. Stay calm, soft, chilly. Slow down. Test every stimulus that you get in your life. And I wish you all a pleasant, wonderful day. Peace out, my dear friends.